Hey guys, I would just like to start off by saying thank you so much for all the subscribers from this last week. I was totally unaware of how much attention this channel is going to actually get, and now that you guys are watching, I'm going to be definitely filming videos weekly, and I just think that maybe we should start off with how I started a transition and the steps that I took, and I want to share those with you guys so you guys can be successful. So, the name of this video is going to be 8 Steps for Fitting into Raw. Step number 1, drink water every morning when you wake up. So basically, my biggest advice, no matter what, even if this is the only rule that you listen to in this whole thing, is to drink water. Fill up a glass and put it next to your bed, so right when you wake up in the morning, you will automatically drink at least 16 ounces of water. By doing that, you're going to help to flush out everything that's going to want to come out of your body when you start eating better. Also, it's going to kick your metabolism into boost and just get you started and get your day going in a positive way. Step number 2 is to eat clean. So basically you want to be eating nothing that's packaged. You want to be making everything fresh. You don't want to be adding salt, sugar, any complex carbohydrates, gluten, or processed items. So basically you want to be making sure that you're not putting any of those things into your body, because in about 2 weeks, when it's all out of your system, you're not going to want to put it back in. Your body takes about 2 weeks for you to stop craving the things that were already inside the body. So by eliminating these things, you won't have cravings for them anymore. I know that it's hard, and it was a challenge for me, and I'm sure it will be a challenge for most of you, but once you get those things out of your body, you're going to open up your palate and things are just going to taste awesome. Step number 3 is to cut out all animal byproducts. Meat, dairy, anything that says contains milk or contains animal products, you don't want to be eating anymore. It's just not healthy for you. Basically, meat is a muscle. So if you take a muscle and you cook it and then you start to consume it, your body doesn't recognize it. So what's going to happen is that it's going to sit in your gut, and your body's going to have such a hard time trying to break it down that you think you're putting all this protein in your body, but your body requires so much energy, and by the time it actually breaks the meat down, you're absorbing almost none of the protein because most of it's going to actually get pushed out of your system, or it's going to sit in your stomach and do nothing. And then also, milk products are just straight fat. So if you're trying to lose weight and get healthy, you don't want to be blocking your body with muscles and fat. Step number 4 is set yourself up to succeed. So this is where you want to start doing some research. Find all the things that you can actually make very easily and cheap from home that you can replace instead of having all the chemicals. So you can make your own nut milk, and you can also, find raw nuts that you can sprout to make those, and also to consume. You want to make sure everything is raw. So raw nuts, you can get dried fruits that are unsulfured and unsweetened. You can sprout quinoa, you can sprout lentils, you can sprout beans, you could sprout anything that you want, you can basically grow. So maybe, start a garden outside, or if you don't have room, then find a local farmer's market where you can grab the little starter plants, and you actually can get a lot of stuff from like herbs and stuff like that. So you're not going and buying everything, it's right there, it's easy. You just want to eliminate all those chemicals, and also, make sure you have the right tools, mandolins, spiralizers, a good blender, a juicer, and, feel free to email me about those things, and I can give you advice on what I think works and what I really like to use. Step number 5 is to add more raw meals to your day. So my advice is, if you don't eat anything fresh, which I really hope you're already eating some fresh, but if you're not, here's the best way to do it. Replace one of your meals with a raw meal. So do a huge thing of mangoes or bananas for lunch, or a huge salad for dinner, or even make a really good smoothie for breakfast. Grab some frozen stuff, add in fresh stuff, add some greens, and blend it all together, and then you have a solid breakfast that's going to have protein and vitamins and minerals and, enough calories to get you through the morning. Step number 6, start controlling your portions. When you follow the 80-10-10 diet, it basically means 10% of your diet is going to be fat, 10% is going to be protein, and 80% is going to be carbohydrates. So that sounds a little bit weird coming from someone that's not a raw vegan, but when you're only consuming raw fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, you really don't need to count your calories, and those carbohydrates are good carbohydrates. Your body will crave those carbohydrates. We were made to eat carbohydrates. And I keep saying carbohydrates because I want to get it in your head that carbohydrates are a good thing, I promise you. Step number 7, be raw for at least 3/4 of your day. So I would love to challenge you to do that, and it will be really easy for you at this point. I think once you cut out all the stuff out of your body that your body is not going to want, it's only going to want these things. So if you feel like you can eat raw 100% of the day, go for it. If not, then I want to give you at least a couple weeks for you to get used to this and, maybe eat a raw breakfast, a raw lunch, and then, if you feel like you're craving something cooked, then make some quinoa or some rice and beans, but just stay away from chemicals and you should be good, and this will set you up to succeed for sure. Step number 8 is to be raw. If you've made it through steps 1 through 7, then you definitely will be able to just be raw. The only thing that may be stopping you would be something in your mind, whether it's a craving or something you think you want, or you getting invited out, or you're going over to your family's house. But let me tell you, if they're not supportive of you, then you don't want them in your life. But your friends and family will be supportive of you, I promise. I recommend taking a week or so for each of these steps. If you feel like you can jump ahead, then go for it. If you feel like you need more time, then take more time. This is your transition. This is you changing your life, and I don't want anybody to dictate how long it takes. All of my updates and also all of my information about what I'm eating and what I'm doing and how I'm able to stay raw are going to be posted on my Twitter account and then also on my Instagram account. So check both of those out. Anyways, stay tuned. There'll be another video next week.